Hey guys, Weston here. Welcome to the channel. We're glad you're here. If you're still new to Meanwhile is an all-in-one tabletop RPG companion app designed both with players and GMs in mind because we want to help you prep and manage and run and play your favorite RPGs. And so our Kickstarter's here. We've had lots of questions about how to get started with the app, and we just wanted to take a few minutes, give you a demo, kind of make a quick start video, and just kind of show you the app and where to get started and how to click along. So let's jump into it. All right, here's our home dashboard. So when you log into Meanwhile for the first time, this is where you're going to land. You can kind of see all the tools at your disposal here. There's some flashing buttons, but we'll cover all of that, certainly in some long form videos too. But I just want to hop into some of the kind of core features as you get started, some of the things that you're going to see and some of the things to look at. So obviously every great app has got to have a characters panel. And so we have an area for you to create your characters. You can go into your characters and manage your inventory. You can move items around the different bags and containers. You can send gold and transfer items. Also on your character page here, you can also click on pretty much anything that's got a number, you can click on it. So maybe you need to make just a straight strength check. You can click on that. You can see over here that, we rolled a strength check. You can track your HP. You can move it up and down here with our little buttons. We've got our armor class. You've got different things that you can equip and unequip, just like any normal character builder. So we also wanted to show you just some of our tools as we get started. We've got a bunch of different tools that are in the tools panel and some that are outside of it, but these are going to help you as you start to get used to playing both as a player and as a GM. So there's plenty of these that we can jump into at a later date, but you might want to just try and get into some of these. Check out the action builder where you can kind of build a string of dice rolls and static bonuses that when you click a button, it will just automatically roll all the things that you've kind of pre-programmed in. And if it's a damage type, it'll actually sum up the different damage types for you. So I've got a couple here. I'm just going to show you what happens when you click them. That first one had, I believe it was all slashing damage, but here you can see that it's already broken it out for me in the different types of damage. So it's just kind of a useful tool as you're stringing together, as you level up your character. A lot of times you'll end up with lots of different types of attack and damage types. So we wanted to add something like that in there. Another really nice feature that we wanted to build out inside of Meanwhile is handling loot packages. So I've always had a big frustration with loot inside of tabletop games where we're playing and the GM says, "Oh, you get this item," but then I have to go add it to my own inventory. They don't give it to me. And I always thought that was kind of this weird break of immersion where I have to kind of do the lifting. And so we wanted to build a tool with loot packages where a GM or a DM can actually just distribute it directly to players. And so I'll show you that in a second. But we've got a couple different loot packages here. Here's one I just built for a small satchel. It's got some gold in it. It's got a potion in it. And here in a second, I'm going to take you over to a session. I'm going to show you where this loot package shows up and kind of the way that you would distribute that to a player. But before we jump into a session, if you'd give me like 3 or 4 seconds, if you just pop down in the bottom of this video and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, it would mean the world to us to help support us in that way and help us get this video out to more people that could benefit from Meanwhile. But let's jump into a session and I'll show you about how some of these tools work in a live setting. So here we are in a session. You can see a lot of the different tools that we have here. You can see all these different widgets that let you do all kinds of things. Over here on the right side, we've got a lot of different tools. We call this our quick rail, and these are quick tools. Here's a loot distribution. We'll come back to that in a second. We've got a bunch of different tools, and if you open it up, there's a whole lot more that you can add into any given session. As you're in here, this is a GM view, but if you were a player, you could also click on your player character sheet. You can see all the different actions and the things you have in your inventory. You can check your class features. You can go look at any notes that you've taken or if you have any spells. And just like in the character page outside of a session, everything inside of a character sheet that you need to be able to click on, you can click on and you can make a roll. Maybe we need to make a dex check. Well, I'll just click on the number for a dex check and there we go. All the other same buttons work in the character sheet just like they do inside of the character page, like increasing and decreasing your HP as you take damage. And everything you might expect in a character sheet is here for you. But in the GM view, a lot of times you're not looking at character sheets so much. You might be running encounters or you're checking maps or Maybe you're over here and you're reading content. So this is a story that I started putting in from an old D&D campaign. And I've got sections in here that I've marked as read alouds. I've got references to different cities that I can pop over here in a secondary view if I wanted to have some extra information about them. But I want to show you these active encounter features before we go, because we think they're really fun. So I'm going to collapse a session sidebar over here, this left sidebar, and just kind of maximize the view of this encounter. So this is a dungeon that my players have been running, and I've got these different sections here that I've marked that something's happening in each one of these kind of corners of the map where I can hover over it and see it pulse. Or if I want to read a description about it, I can click on that particular location and I can read the description. This is a little mention to my son there. But either way, I can click on the map, I can drag it around and kind of do whatever I want here. You'll also notice on this left side, I've got the combat overview. Now this is actually tracking your initiative as well as it's serving as your ability to progress through the initiative, and automatically any monsters that you might have or NPCs or stat blocks are going to come up as you progress through and either click on their different panels here or as you progress through using these arrow buttons here. So the last thing I'm going to show you is I'm going to show you just our quick notes, the way that we take notes inside of Meanwhile. Well, a quick note is really, it's kind of meant to be pretty quick. It's meant to be almost like a post-it note. So you can just pop it out and you can say, you know, this guy is bad. And once you take the note, you can go down and you can link it to anything that you have access to. And this works both for players and for GMs. And so let's say that I know I want to tag it to this guy. He sounds bad. So I'm going to tag it to this particular NPC or monster. I'm going to hit create note, and I've created a quick note and I've tagged it. It's now referenced to this character over in my list. And so if I click on my list, I can see, oh, it's already linked my note over here. I've got an image that I've loaded in as a GM. And your players are going to have the ability to do this just as well as the GM. So if they want to be taking notes and tagging them to different things and start referencing across the app, everything inside of Meanwhile is connected. Everything's integrated to make it easy for you to keep all of your thoughts organized, make prep easier, make reusability higher, and really just make it easier and more fun to run your favorite games. So that's all we have for you today. We're excited to see what you guys think about Meanwhile. We'd love for you to join us. We've got a link in the description for Discord. We'd love for you to hop on there and join the chat, join the conversation. There's feature requests coming out. We do announcements and updates. It's just a lot of fun. So we would love for you to join us. Thanks so much for watching the video. That's all for now. See you next time.